Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap morning market analysis and trade plan setup for Monday, May the 12th, 2014. My name's Doug McKay. I am the founder and head moderator of Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap is a private group of traders. We are retail traders operating in a self-organized learning environment. We've had a chat room now for about 5 years. And each morning we come together before the market to go through our routine, look at the key numbers from the macro to the micro, the trend from the macro to micro, and then we do a more in-depth chart analysis and look at the different levels and where we're going to trade and what our targets are. If you are watching this after the fact on YouTube, you might want to skip this first section. We do the same routine every day to prepare ourselves for trading. But you might want to skip ahead to get to the actual levels if you're watching this after the fact. If you're interested in getting more information about Quantum Leap or about Stealth, you can send me an email at d.mckay@stealthtrader.com or send me a contact request on Skype, Doug_McKay. I'll be the one from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, and I'll give you an invite and you can come and check out the Quantum Leap room. So I got to get the legals done, so let's do that. This information is for the purpose of educating members that want to expand their knowledge in the business of trading. It's not for trading or investment advice. You and only you are responsible for the trades or investment decisions to make. Trading futures or any instrument involves risk or loss. Please consider carefully whether futures or options are appropriate to your financial situation. Only risk capital should be used. Trading futures or options, investors can lose more than initial investment. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. We are retail traders operating within a self-organized learning environment. Past performance is not indicative of future results. And any trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please trade your own trade plan and do your own due diligence. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's go right to the numbers and knock those out of the way. Just where are we trading? We are trading 18.80 1/4. So we're going to open the auction out of range. All right, so we are above the year open at 1837.75. Our key number above us still is this 1892.50, the all-time high and the year high. We also have 1886 just above us, which is the month high, and currently right now we are trading above the month open at 1879.50. So keep an eye on this 1879.50, whether or not we continue with a bullish or a bearish month above or below that. Nothing else really jumps out at me, so let's go right down to the intraday Friday numbers. So Friday, we opened the Globex at 1870.25. We had a high of 72.75 in the Globex and a low of 66.50. We opened auction in range at 71 1/4, and look at, we opened right at the same open that we had the prior day. Of course, we are looking for a neutral day. Why? Because we opened auction in range, and we were following a neutral day, which has a good probability of being followed by another neutral day, which we did. Our opening swing high was 71.75. Our opening swing low was 67.75 for a 4-point opening swing. You can notice how big our opening swings have been lately as we rotate and balance in this area. We are coming to a big breakout. I keep saying it's going to happen, and it's going to happen because you just don't get this type of action on a continued basis for very long. Our initial balance high was 71.75. Our initial balance low 62.75 for a 9-point IB range. All our numbers except for our close were lower. We had a lower 1230 number, 72.50, lower RTH high 75, lower low at 62.50, and lower close at 74. Did I get a different close? I got a close of 73.75. We'll take a look at that. But basically, I'm sorry, the VPOC was 74, the close was 73.75. All right, that works. So all lower numbers, our value area low, 1866, value area high, 74.50 for a 8.5-point value area range. Our 20-day ATR targets continue to coil and get ready for this breakout. We are now just under 15.75 on the RTH, just under 17.5 on the full session, and just under 9 on the Globex for our 20-day ATR ranges. So volume, we broke the IB to the low side first at 10.11. It was a good morning trade with that short. And then we had pretty normal volume, 1.2 on the RTH, 1.4 on the full session. Going over to the daily report, the current full session high is 1881.50. Keep an eye on this number. That is the key CHVN and the former microcomposite VPOC, where we tried to hold value after going and hitting that 1892.50 all-time high. So our 20-day ATR targets to the upside is 1891.50, which is right there near that 92.50. So we are definitely in range to put an all-time new high in, and our low is 1864, and that's just below that 1864.75, which is the composite VPOC and the overall longer-term microcomposite VPOC below us. No real news today except for we have Ploser speaking at 11. This is Central Time, and we have federal budget balance at 1. So not a lot of scheduled news. I want to take a quick look at the COT report. So this is the COT report. This is our ES. This is the small specs. This is commercial paper, and this is large spec in the darker color. You can see that commercial has come back up, and they are neutral, net neutral to slightly positive now. And to me, that is indicating that they're going to push this up a little bit higher. And then I think the retails will chase, and then we'll get our blow off top. Maybe, who knows, but that's what I'm thinking when I look at that. So let's go take a look at the micro to the macro, or the macro to the micro, I should say, in terms of the trend. I always like to start my day this way. Of course, on the monthly, you can see that the trend is very much intact. We're above last month's open and close, and we've got good slope and separation on the 9 EMA and the 20 SMA. Trend is very much to the upside on the monthly. On the weekly, same thing. We've got good slope and separation. We're above the prior month's close, and the trend is intact on the weekly. Again, there's a possible head and shoulder setting up here, but I don't think it's going to set up. You've got a pretty weak high right here on the right shoulder, so I think we're going to actually go and put in a new high above that 92.50 and test that 1900 level. On the daily, you can see we're just basically consolidating, but we're starting to hold above the 9 and the 20, and we're getting some slope and separation. So even the trend on the daily is starting to look a little bit stronger. Going over to the intraday the geometric chart, it's not really giving me a lot of information right now, and I've got to actually talk to Melissa. Maybe she can give us a heads up and draw some new forks, because I'm not really seeing anything. But a test of the upper line of this shorter term upward sloping fork will give us a move to test that 92 area. That's the 20-day ATR target at 91.50 and the 92.50 all-time high. We are currently above the center line of the longer-term upward sloping fork, and a move all the way to test that line will take us up into the 1900s. So it doesn't really give me any information. I put an opposing fork in here, but I don't think it's going to be a valid fork. I was just playing around this morning. Test of the lower line of the smaller time frame will bring us down to 1857.25 area. But again, I don't think you're really getting much information out of the geometrics at this particular juncture. Going to the intraday chart, there is a possible measured move here on the 15-minute. we've broken out, we've created the flagpole and this bull flag, and we've broken above it. We're now testing the break from above and holding the 9 EMA. The measured move on this is up to 1886 area. Now 1886, remember, is our prior month high, and I'm sorry, it is our month high, and that swing high on the RTH, and we will take a look at it. In terms of the trends going into the day, the 4-hour is trending up. The 30-minute is trending up, although we do have a bit of a technical gap here. Oh, we did close the tech gap right there. All right, so we've closed the tech gap and bounced off, so the trend is up on the 30-minute. Of course, the 15-minute, we just took a look at it, and we'll just go down to the 5-minute. We're broken out of that flag, and we're bouncing. And again, first target above would be that 1881.50, that CHPN. So let's do that. Let's take a look at the big picture. So again, I apologize for this chart. There's a lot going on here, so let me just walk you through it. The overall microcomposite VPOC is still here at 1864.75, and that's a microcomposite that goes from February 21st all the way to yesterday. Also, if I put this into the back, you can see that the 64.75 is also the composite. The composite is the black histogram here, and my composite runs back to October the 9th, 2013, and we got that composite VPOC shift up to 64.75. So we still have a pretty strong magnet, but the key here is this area right here, where the smaller microcomposite VPOC going from the April 30th through to yesterday is 75, the accepted value, and now they are trying to break outside of the value area high. The value area high for this microcomposite is 79. We've got just want to just draw this, make sure I'm on the right line here. Yeah, you've got a CLVN here at 79. You can actually even draw it at 80.75, but I'm going to use the 79 because that puts us above the value area high and this CLVN, and I'll be using this area between 79 and 79.75 as my area to do business. And then you can see the microcomposite VPOC, when we went up and made that all-time high at 1892.25, they tried to hold value up here at 81.50. They went up to 81.50 overnight and tagged it, and they just they're holding in this area. So we're going to open auction outside of range and outside of value on the day, and then we're going to open up outside of value on the microcomposite, and that's a significant move. And I think that we're going to go and challenge this swing high at 1885.75, 1886 area, and possibly challenge the all-time high and put in, if we get the breakout today. I'm not sure it's going to happen today, but it's something that I'm going to be planning to trade if it happens. So let's just take a look at our overnight, move our numbers over. So overnight high is 81.50. And that's one tick below that naked VPOC at 81.75. So my main hypothesis is we tag that 81.75 sometime this morning. Whether we get a pullback, to try to close the gap. The gap is at 73.75. So we could get a half gap fill depending on where we open. If we opened right here at 80.50, the half gap fill is 77. So I'm going to put 77 on my chart as a target. But the key line that I'm watching for right now on the open is the 79. It's 79 to 79.75. It's a bit of a slush. I've got to be above 79.75 to get long. I got to be below 79 to get short. And my first target below 79 is the 77, and then of course the range high, which will be 85. Sorry, not 85, 75. And then if we come down here and get inside a range, the value area high is at 74, 75 with the VPOC at 74 and the close at 73, the gap close at 73.75. So this whole area between 73.75 and 74.75 is my target, my main target below that 77 if we come back and test the 75. Below for the night, the low overnight is 74 as well. So you've got a lot of confluence, right in this area. If we break below 79, I think they'll close the gap and come down and tag all the stuff right in here. So this is one honking big target above. I mean, it's below that 79. If we hold 79, then I think we take out the overnight high, and we could see anytime you've got a open outside of range and outside of value, especially when you're opening up outside of value in terms of the microcomposite, you've got to look for initiative buyers stepping in and taking us up. So that's the first thing that I'll be looking for this morning is what is the open type. Do we get a open drive? And if you get an open drive, you don't want to fade that open drive, as I always talk about. But if we get below 79, then I think the sellers will pressure it to go down, at least hit the half gap, if not come down and tag this. I really think that if we break the 79 and get a close on a 5-minute candle below 79, you can actually come all the way down to the 74 area. Below 74, you've got. Let me get rid of this. Oh, let me put my overnight VPOC in. Currently, right now, the overnight VPOC is at 76.50 as well. So that's fits in line with that 77 area, 76.50. So, that's why I'm thinking that the half gap, because you do have some pretty good distribution. Net inventory is long, in the Globex. And so let's go take a look at where our other levels will be below us. So below that 74 area, you've got 72.50, which is the major CHVN here. So 72.50. And if you remember, we had that 70, 75, 71 as a CLVN. It's kind of gotten filled in as we've been chopping around here. So there really doesn't give me a lot, but if we do get below that, I think we're going to see that that retest of the 68.25 CLVN. So I'm actually going to use that as an area where I'd accelerate to the short side at 70.75 with the target being a test of the other side of balance around this distribution here at that key line at 68.75. And 68.75 is going to be a very big, that's 68.25, going to be a very crucial area that we'll need to hold, because if we don't hold that, we're accepting value below that 74 and likely to get a push down to test the value area low at 66, but the big number below us is that, and you can see that the value area low on the microcomposite and the value area low on Friday's RTH profile are the same at 66. But the big number below us, and below 68.25, I anticipate that we will hit that again at 64.75. So that's my main target below 68.25 is the 64.75 composite VPOC, and it's still a major magnet. So I'm going to mark this in here that this is still a major magnet below. All right, and then below that, and I will put a trade area here at 66 because of the fact that if we get outside of value, you can accelerate this to the downside to go hit that 64.75, but you might see responsive buyers stepping in at this level to hold. I don't think it's really, I play to the short side more than I would to the long side. I'll be short by the time we get down here anyway. So I'll be looking for a continuation down to that 64.75 and take that. Below, you've got the range low at 62.50. And below 62.50, there's really nothing down here except for this 59.50. And below that, the key target is going to be an extended target down there at 58.25, with the other side of that balance being 55. And I'm not going to go down much below that because I don't think that, is it 55.25, right? 55.25. Below that, you know that I'll be looking for a bigger move down towards this 43.50 area. Okay, so that's to the downside. To the upside, if we hold 79, I'm looking for a takeout of the overnight high and this naked VPOC at 81.75 and a retest of this micro composite at 81.50. Above that, there's not a lot above us. You've got the value area high is 86.50 from where they tried to hold value around 81.50 after making that all-time new high. So we got swing high at 1885.75, and I would put that as my main target above 85.75. With the other side of that, really 87.25. But the big target and the extended target above is going to be taking out this this all-time high and year high at 92.50 with you know, the centennial number above at 1900. And again, if we hold this this 1879, I think we're going to have you know, a move up to test this 85.75. Anywhere from 84.75 up to 85.75. You got that range high here at 84.75, and you know, a swing high up here at 85.75 is likely to get hit if we hold that 79. So that's what I'm looking at, and the levels for the ES. Let's take a quick look at gold. I am still long gold. Look at the, got a nice strong push now. Up here. Just taking a look at the gold chart, because you know, anybody that knows me knows I've been looking for a major move in gold. The reason why, I sound like a broken record, we had a descending broadening wedge, which is a major bottoming pattern. Then we have a cup and handle. The handle's been validated. We're consolidating within the validation zone of 38.2 and the 61.8, and you know, if we break above this 1300 and hold, which it looks like we're doing today, the first target is going to be in that 13 area, 1350. But I'm looking for a bigger move up to test the 31 area, and then of course if we get above the right rim of the cup, then you've got a major measured move which you want to be long into, is all the way up there at 1600. So I'm just going to take a quick look on the composite to show you the levels there. So we've come down here, and you can see that the microcomposite, or the composite VPOC and the microcomposite VPOC, for the major balance zone that goes from April the 16th through to Friday, they accepted value here at 1284. We actually got the composite VPOC shifted. And this VPOC on gold, composite on gold, goes all the way back to October 24th, 2008. So that is the most accepted price. We came down here, and you can see all the wicks here. Buyers kept on stepping in to hold us above that level. Now, in the last 4 days, we've accepted value higher up here at 1289 area. And now we're coming up and we're challenging some key levels here. So you've got the value area high for the longer microcomposite up here at 1301. So above 1301, you're breaking out of value, okay, that we've accepted here. And then you've got this key CLVN at 1304. A break above 1304 will take us above Friday's high and take us outside of value and outside of distribution, and likely get us a move up for the first level at 1307.60 with that 1309 right above it. And then above that, you've got the value area high from where they tried to hold value on the last swing to 1315.18 at 1312. But it's really 1315 that I've got my eye on as a target above this 1304.60 if they can get above it. If they break back below and inside of value, I'd be looking for a retest of the 1298, and if they break below 1298, it's 1293.94 area, the 1290, and then the 1289 and 1284. All the same numbers that we've been watching as we've been shopping around in gold. And I really think that, if we can get above that 1304, we get a move at least to 1315. But I'm not sure that that's going to happen today, because if we get a drift on the ES and the other indices, we might get a retest of this 1298 and probably even break inside of value in around 1296. But 1298 to 1296 is where I'd be looking for us to find some responsive buyers down here. I think it's going to be choppy in gold as they're trying to break and hold this 1300 today. Take a quick look at the Russell. I've already done my targets on the Russell. So the Russell is going to be the same thing, and the key line on the Russell is this 1109.60. And if we hold this 1109 area, so I'm using 1109 to 1109.60. Below 1109, I'm looking for a move down to test the range high from Friday at 1105.70, 1106. 30 is the CHVN and the value area low for the longer term microcomposite, and below that a takeout of the 1104.60 naked close, and a test of this this value area high from the 3 days that we were just chopping around in at 1104.50. So 1104.50 is the main target below 1109. And then The value area high is at 1150, right at that centennial number, and below the 1103.40, you've got nothing really until you get down to the centennial and the test of the value area high. Inside of value, 1096 is the big number, 1094, and the naked VPOC at 1093.13, with the other side of balance being down here at 1090, the value area low, and then you've got this key CLVN right here at 1084, and below 1084 you've got 1082 and a quarter and 1079.50. I don't think we're going to see that today. I think we're going to, like the ES, probably come down, test the range, and take out the close and close the gap, and then find responsive buyers and drift up. But if we do hold 1109, I'm looking for initiative buyers and an open drive coming into the open. Let's take a quick look at what it looks like on the Keltner. So we've got to walk the line. This is a beautiful setup for Keltner line walk. We got the close above the Keltner upper line, the Renko reversal, then we closed above. Should have been long on that, okay, for a move up, and the target on this line walk is 81.50. What was the high here so far? 81.50. So we've hit the target there. I'd be watching this Renko bar right here. If it closes below the Keltner, and then we get another Renko reversal with a close above, then you probably get a line walk up to that 1884 area. But if we get a double Renko reversal and move back to test the Keltner center line, we'll take you back into that 75 area, and that all those targets at 74 area, 74 to 75. So that's going to complete our morning homework session. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we will catch you on the flip side. I am in my head office, so I'm going to keep, I'm back in my home office today. I'm not at Stealth, so I'm going to keep the go-to open with my charts, and we'll see if we can call some trades this morning. But I am going to close down this recording so it's not too long. Have a good day, everyone.